Okay, so
Okay.
good day everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our 8 Letters Book Talks. I'm Edwell and I will be your host for today's book talk with our very special guest here. So, sir, please introduce yourself and your work.
Okay. I am Vicente Camilo Corpus. My pen name is Doc Vince. I am the author of Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth, the part one, and part two is Doomsday in My Dreams. It is a continuation of the struggles and challenges faced by the Filipino or Marlican team, Bagwisang Punyong.
Nice. So, welcome po Doc Vince our our 8 Letters Book Talk. We will talk about your latest book, Doomsday in My Dreams, for this interview.
Sure.
Okay, so, yes. Okay, so
Ayun.
starting up with our first question, what stories inspired you growing up and in writing your latest book?
Oh, okay. Stories. When I was young, my father used to read me, my brother and I, nung dalawa pa lang kami, mga fairy tales and fables, mga Aesop's fables, and so also yung mga Grimm's fairy tale. So, pag binasa mo siya noon sa book, okay lang siya yung mga works by the Brothers Grimm. But actually, pag pinanood mo siya sa mga animation, malungkot siya and tragic yung mga ano niya. Lately ko lang nalaman, ay, ganun pala ka lungkot yung mga stories ng mga Germans. Di ba? Germans yung mga Brothers Grimm. Okay? High school, ayan, nahilig na tayo sa mga anime. Of course, no, ano, dyan yung Voltes 5, Mazinger Z, Daimos, Grandizer. Hilig din tayo dyan. Eh, ng mga high school yan, mga Robotech, sunod-sunod na yung mga series ng Robotech. Nung college, mahilig ako talaga sa mga yan, mga mecha anime shows. And practically, almost all types of anime na natikman natin. Of course, ganun yung standard natin na fair like Star Trek, yung original, yung si Captain Kirk, at saka yung K.P. Picard, The Next Generation. Nanood din tayo ng Babylon 5, okay, Deep Space Nine, and yung isa yung submarine na nasa Sequest, yon. Napapanood din. Battlestar Galactica, Space 1999. Ano yun, mga 1970s na mga series. Some probably might have heard of it or napanood nila. Pero ako nun, maliit pa ako nun. Mga siguro 3, 4 years old wala ako. Yun yung mga pinapanood ko mga palabas sa TV. Ayan. Yung mga nahiligan natin. Sa mga novels naman, yan, paborito ko si E.E. Smith, si Doc E.E. Smith, yung kanyang works na Lensman, nagkaroon din ng anime adaptation. Medyo malayo siya sa dun sa actual. Pero maganda rin yung animation at maganda rin if you can read the books of Doc E.E. Smith, the Lensman series. Started probably with the Triplanetary. Isa yan sa mga inspiration ko rin. Of course, dyan yung Starship Troopers ni Robert Heinlein. Yun, fundamentally, yun yung aking mga nahiligan nung college. Hanggang ngayon, binabalik-balikan ko pa rin, binabasa-basa pa rin. But aside from science fiction, may din ako magbasa ng mga novels, historical novels, fiction, like those by Eric Lustbader. Yeah, paborito ko yan. Kasi marami siyang mga martial arts scenes sa kanyang works. Tsaka, he tends to draw people from history, of course, like the Mao Zedong, which I did dun sa second book. Yeah. So, fundamentally, yun yung ating mga pinapakain sa utak habang lumalaki tayo. Hanggang ngayon. Okay?
Well, sir, ang dami po mga nagustuhan nyo and it's so nice to learn more about you po, especially yung mga anime kasi ako rin po nanonood din ako ng mga anime
Wow.
and and, and ayun po, hindi po ako masyadong mahilig sa mecha pero I'm getting into it po. I'm getting into it po thanks to my friends and it's so nice to learn about how much you love mga mecha anime po. Ayun, katulad ng ayun po, mga Voltes 5.
Yes, oo. Sinama ko rin siya, may mga concept din ng mga mecha dun sa story. But more on ano sila, hindi sila nagta-transform, more like power armor. Dun sa stories ni Robert Heinlein, medyo parang ganun yung concept. Or armored trooper Votons, but on a smaller scale.
Armor Trooper.
Mahilig din ako. Yes? Pardon?
Ah, Armor Trooper, ganon.
Yes, armored trooper Votoms. Ano rin siya, mga 70s or 80s anime din siya. Hindi siya masyadong sumikat sa Philippines, pero um, you will come across that. Nagbabasa ka ng mga anime magazines, yan. Nako-cover siya. So, yun, na-encounter ko rin siya yun. Ngayon, mga isekai, ngayon, mga anime isekai, mahilig din ako dyan. Pero hindi lahat, masyado silang marami. Isa sa mga pinaka-gusto ko ngayon, Mushoku Tensei. Mga sword and sorcery, people from the future finding themselves in a fantasy world. And okay din siya. Gusto ko rin yung mga comedy. Hilig ko rin siya.
Nice. Mga isekai din po. Mahilig din po ako doon.
Kasi yung mga anak ko mahilig din. Pinapanood ko rin yung mga pinapanood nila. So halos pare-parehas kami yung mga paborito ng ating mga boys. Pang-relax
I see. So, thank you po for letting us know about the stories that inspired you growing up and pati rin sa pagsusulat ng inyong book, yung Doomsday in My Dreams. So, I guess we can move on to our next question, which is,
Sure.
how was it like writing Doomsday in My Dreams after Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth? Since ayun nga, yung Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth was parang first before Doomsday.
By the way, my friend, nabasa mo na ba yung book 1? Have you read the book 1?
Admittedly, not yet po.
Maganda rin kasi continuation siya. Kasi yung book 1 is supplemented by, of course, yung second book of the series. And then na-expound yung mga conflicts within the plot. Yung mga more players are being added, and a deeper discussion of some of the concepts, scientific concepts that were used yan. And dun sa book 2, ni-reveal na rin yung purpose ng mga ancient infrastructures like pyramids, obelisks, mga like structures like the Stonehenges. So, andun, na-reveal na rin dun sa book 2 and how it plays into the plot, into the far ancient history of the alternate planet or Terra 3 Alpha, and how it is impacting yung kanyang present day events. Marami siyang mga ni-reveal din ng mga concepts, and some are you familiar with Oumuamua? Have you heard of that science object? Oumuamua?
Familiar po, pero onte lang po.
Medyo familiar. Ano siya Hawaiian term siya. It's from the Hawaiian language. It means scout. So, ginamit ko rin yung concept ng Oumuamua sa sa Doomsday in My Dreams, sa book 2. And also are you familiar with one of the largest pyramids where it can be found? Dito sa ating planet, Kaya meron din mga pyramids outside of planet Earth.
Yung
meron kasi... Pardon?
Yung nasa Egypt po ba or iba po yung nasa Egypt?
Sa iba located. Some are saying that it is located in Indonesia. Can you believe, no? Meron palang pyramid sa Indonesia. How come? Di ba? ano rin siya ang yun ginamit ko rin yung concept na yun. Actually, it is a real it exists. So, yun yung ginawa kong style sa novel. Hinahaluan ko siya ng talagang things that are really existing with things that are fictional. Para minsan mahirapan na rin yung yung reader. Ano ba dito yung totoo? Ano ba dito yung fictional? So, yun yung fun when you read the book. Kasi, ano ba to? Ayan. Pwede siya, mabilis naman siya, i-Google search or whatever search engine that you use, makikita mo kung ano yung background dun sa concept na diniscuss dun sa book, dun sa story. Ayan. But basically, it's a one story.
Kayo po muna, sir. Kayo po
Pardon?
muna, Doc. Kayo po muna, Doc.
Ano yung follow-up question?
So, tatanungin ko po sana, so bale, yung focus nyo sa book na ito, sa Doomsday My Dreams, parang mga building up na mga world building nyo na ginawa nyo sa Kabal.
Yes. Medyo medyo nadalian ako sa world building because I used present day concepts, things that are readers are familiar with, like yung mga food, everyday food that you eat sa mga daily fare or sa mga restaurants or sa mga high-end restaurants. So, andun kasama rin. Yung iba binago ko yung mga pangalan. Tapos, in some cases, yung mga people from history na long gone, na matagal lang pumanaw, nabuhay doon sa book 2, sa Doomsday in My Dream. Na-resurrect sila. Or in some cases, hindi pa sila patay. They're still existing. Kasi siya alternate reality. So there are certain events in history that diverged, iba yung nangyari, nag-branched out. So, yun yung in-explore ko sa book 2. At saka of course sa book 1. Doon sa entire universe ng ating Cabal series.
I see. Wow, ang dami niyo po talagang mga thoughts na na-put into sa inyong mga writing dito sa Doomsday in My Dreams. Lalo na yung pag-mix ng mga historical and yung mga I mean yung mga real life and fictional concepts na parang it's like your book becomes a lot wonderful when you input a lot of things that you want to input, like this combination of the real and the fictional. Wow.
Yung challenge dun yung yung paano mo siya i-blend na hindi siya magiging parang textbook. Ayun, para hindi naman siya masyadong boring, sobrang dami namang facts ito, pwede ka naman basahin doon sa but ginawa ko siyang storya para you take advantage of it. Kasi I think it's never been done before, yung ganitong concept sa Filipino literature or even Filipino sci-fi. So, talagang it was injected full of different concepts. Ang ko lang doon talaga kung how I made them work not against each other, pero how they merge and function like a well-oiled machine.
Wow, grabe. I always love writers I always love mga writers talaga when they have that kind of mind, like they know what to input in their stories, and I'm proud to hear that from you, and I also look forward to read your other book as well, Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth.
Yes, please. Mas maganda, mas maiintindihan mo yung book 2 if you are able to read book 1 kasi siya three-part series siya. Meron siyang for release din sa 8 letters next year yung Free My Dyson. That's the last book of the series before I probably venture into other genre or continue to this Kaya yun talaga yung plan. It will be every year there will be a release of one book para I can give it my 100% attention.
Nice. New book next year then. Good luck po
Yes,
sa
meron. Ano na, ayos na yung plot niya for book 3. So, nagpapahinga muna ako. By September, sisimulan ko naman yung paglagay ng meat. Yung outline, yung framework, and then natapos na. So, it will be building on the events that happened sa book 2. Kasi yung book 2, ano siya, may pagka-apocalyptic.
apocalyptic.
Pagka doomsday talaga. Hopefully, it does not come to fruition.
We look forward to your upcoming book po.
Yes, para ma-release ko pa yung book 3. Kasi baka matuloy yung apocalypse, wala na. Ayan.
Wala na talaga kapag apocalypse.
Yes, disgrasya.
Opo. So, sige po sir. So, thank you for answering these questions, and it's nice to know about how much love you put into both of these books and
Very much.
adding world building.
Unconditional love.
So, I guess we can move on na po to our next question, which would be,
Yes.
what do you think the best, I mean, why do you think the sci-fi genre best helps you express political themes in your Cabal series? Since I noticed po, ayun po, may mga political discussions na napansin ko sa book 2 that may reflect to our today's world, pati rin yung mga intros niyo po, katulad yung mga dedication back in Gonzalo Lira. Ayun po.
Yes. Kasi the series is also a reflection of my worldview on different topics. And when you discuss politics, we're talking about leadership in general, yes? And in other instances, there are leaders that are elected. There are leaders that just arise from situations. So there are different types of leadership. Of course, dito sa natin, sa novel, siya, merong geopolitics or politics that happen throughout the planet. At saka meron din siya intergalactic politics that will are happening, okay, from the different alien races, which is a reflection also of what is happening sa ating political situation. Especially if you would look at what is happening in Europe, what is happening in the Middle East, what is happening in the Near East, sa sa Taiwan. So kasama rin diyan yung natin. Affected din tayo kahit papaano, hindi ba, lalo na ngayon ang Philippines is being dragged into a possible conflict with our bigger neighbor by another sponsor. Yun. And this is also a mirror image of what is happening in Eastern Europe. So nakikita natin, saan nanggaling itong mga conflicts na to? Kung titignan mo, kung babalikan mo siya, it came from different or conflicting ideas. Yes? Nagbabanggaan yung mga concepts nila. One party would say, my concepts are better. We should take precedence over yours. Yours are bad. So you need to be demolished. You need to be extinguished. So ganun yung nangyayari. Titingnan natin, and if we're not careful as a nation, we could suffer the same fate as Ukraine. Kung ano man yung nangyayari or what could possibly happen to Europe. Kasi yun dun sa book, it's like a forecast. It's like a prediction. What could happen? Kung babasahin mo siya ngayon, at titignan mo yung mga iba-ibang news from the different channels all over the internet, Some have already occurred, some are occurring, some are about to occur. So, andun yung degree of realism na makikita natin sa book. So, it's also one way for me of saying that if we don't stop this warlike tendencies because of these crazy ideas, we will be destroying ourselves. Basically, isa yun sa theme ko dun sa sa book. Have you read book 2?
I have read some parts of
Okay. That's good. That's good. So, magkakaroon ka ng idea yung ano yung angle ko. It's basically it's anti-war. It's against war. But not to the point na i-sacrifice mo yung sovereignty. Diba? Especially when it comes to our relation with other countries, more powerful countries. Yun yung ano dun yung dilemma ng mga political leaders natin yan sa ating country. Na we are beholden to others and we are rabidly against other nations. When in fact, other paradigms could exist. Other models could be followed. Hindi siya hard black or hard white. Okay? There are gray areas that possibly could be better for us. Yeah. So, that's what I'm driving at, especially doon sa dalawang novels na nasulat na.
Wow, I am really glad you are speaking out on these issues po talaga. Yung mga nangyayari po within, not only within our country but pati rin yung mga sa mga Palestine, Ukraine, and I'm glad you kept those in mind while writing, since parang it's like literature is a way for us to express our political views and our hopes to have a better world.
Yes. Yun nga yan nakaka-cross mo yung story, yung part of the story na doon sa Palestine, what happened last October, and yung background behind those events. So, binigyan ko rin siya ng twist dun sa novel. At least more or less, sumasabay siya dun sa mga nangyayari and what could possibly happen and what is happening. And of course, yung iba fantastic, di ba? Fictional siya. But who knows, di ba? Malay mo, baka totoo to. Mga genetically engineered beings pala sinagulayan.
Mga art imitates life daw po.
Pardon?
Yung mga parang mga sinasabi ng iba, yung mga art imitates life.
Yes, art imitates life talaga. Or this is in the case, art is becoming life. It's coming alive talaga, no? Talaga. It's really happening. It's really sad then na mga bagay na pwedeng pag-usapan, ayaw nilang pag-usapan. What they'd rather prefer is war.
So true po, sir. And I'm glad you also said about how there are other models that one can do to prevent war, and talagang kailangan talaga i-prevent yung mga war. Because, ayun nga, like what you said, it could destroy ourselves.
Sana nga na ito na yung talagang kailangan natin to think outside of the box. Kasi kinakahon natin yung ating ating pag-iisip. Madalas na sinasabi, buksan na pag-iisip, pero pagbukas niya, sinasarado ka agad. Parang kahon ba? Pagbukas ng lid, sumasarado ka agad. So, we don't have the time to explore other ideas and to really ask ourselves, is this idea, will this be good for the Philippines, for us Filipinos, or it will drive us further into misery? Because war brings nothing but misery. Sakit ka, wala kang kuryente, wala kang tubig, andyan ang takot. Gusto ba natin yun? Diba? Kasi marami ngayon sa atin, they're clamoring for war. Kasi hindi nila na-experience ng mga lolo natin ng World War II. Mga kalululuhan natin ng mga lumabag sa digmaan, na talagang kung tatanungin mo sila, napakahirap ng buhay noon. mayroong digmaan, yung ikalawang digmaan pang daigdig. Ayaw na natin sana mangyari, pero marami ang gusto ng na dumanak muli ang dugo sa sanlibutan. So, napakasakit, napakalungkot isipin na maraming tao ngayon ang ganoon.
Tama po, sir. And I'm just really happy lang po na you're able to bring up these issues and apply them to your story through the sci-fi genre, yung mga world building nyo na talagang nagbe-build up talaga bilang story mo na Cabal, yung mga Cabal series and I mean yung Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth and yung Doomsday Negatives.
Yun na nga sana hindi siya maging tinatawag na self-fulfilling prophecy ba? We're laying out some things that may happen, but we are praying for that they do not.
Hopefully po, they won't happen.
Yes. Magdasal tayo mabuti sa ating mga pinaniniwalaan ng mga makapangyarihan.
Yes po, sir. Thank you so much po for your answers, for your reflective, insightful answer to this question. And I guess we can move on to our last question for this book talk. So this question will be rather me allowing you to have the platform, allowing you to share anything you may have with your readers and fellow writers. Feel free also po to use this time as a way to promote your book.
Okay. So again, I would like to invite everyone to get a copy or get your copy of Book 2 of the Cabal of the Dark Sephiroth, titled Doomsday in My Dreams. This is the continuing saga of the mercenary group, Bagwisang Punyong. They are dealing with forces that are, sa parlance ngayon, they are very much overpowering. But somehow, they manage to get by, and sana mag-enjoy kayo dun sa twist na mangyayari dun sa end of the book. And yun nga nasabi nung isang kaibigan natin sa 8 letters na mahirap i-predict kung ano yung kalalabasan, ano yung magiging final scene sa book 2. It's isa yun sa pinaka magandang compliment na narinig ko sa isang nag-review ng upcoming book. So, it is genre for Filipino sci-fi. Okay. Marami rin siyang concepts na international, but still, the main characters are Filipinos, but they are not called Filipinos, they are called Marlicans. From Marlikang Pungsod, Free Nation, English. See you, and hopefully you make a purchase.
Hopefully I can also grab a copy of the book po, and I hope yung mga readers niyo will look forward to the twist at the end sa book 2. So
thank you, sir.
Yes po. Thank you rin po, Doc Vin. So with that said, that ends our book talk for today. So thank you so much everyone for watching this episode of our book talk. I am Edwell, and here is Doc Vince, and we hope you stay tuned to the next episode of our 8 Letters Book Talk. Goodbye!
Good night, and thank you. Salamat.